Hello and welcome to Week 10's Jing for CIS 210M, Data Structures and Elementary Algorithms. Jason here, and we're going to take a look at this list sort that's basically going to break up our very big file into some smaller files in an attempt to make it a lot more organized so that we can utilize it in a binary search. So to do that, I've got a couple things here. We want to measure the time that it takes to complete this. So we've got our date time import, and then I've got statistics built in that's going to assist in splicing our files. So to start, we're going to have the file to list that's going to take my original file and put it into a list that we can work with. We also have a function here that's going to take all of our split files and kind of button them up together into a more organized container. And then we have the meat and potatoes here, which is our splice list. That's basically going to take our larger list and divide it out into subsections. And to do that, we're going to utilize some sublists here. So we've got a max list 1, min 1, max list 2, min list 2, and that's basically each division that's going to occur of the original data. And then we have an average value, which is going to initially be the median or the middle average value of our list. And then we've got a counter variable that's going to help us with naming our split files. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to feed in, so for the value in our list here, if the value is going to be equal to, greater than or equal to the average, we're going to append these lists with those respective values. And then we're going to write them into their own files. So this code here takes care of the first two. We're going to have a split list 1 and 2, which is going to have the maximum values over the average and the lower values over the average. And then as a test, I have a printing the statistics median of our lists there. So, and then I have the counter variable that's going to increment our file names. So after that, we want to splice it again. So we have to take the average values of our new list, the max list and the minimum list. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to find those average values, and again we're going to append our max list 2 and min list 2 with those appropriate values that we want. And then we're going to write them into their own files. So when we run this set of code, we're going to have 4 distinct files. And then in order to button them up, we're going to have our larger container. We're basically going to append our container with all of our respective smaller files. So, and then we have our function that's going to check how long it takes to do that. So let's run this and see what happens. So we have a helper thing that's populating. We've got our average of the larger, average of the smaller. And then this is printing out our actual container of all the values stitched together. And as we can see, that took about a second to complete, which isn't too bad on time. So it takes a little longer than our index, but certainly less time than our sequential. And as you can see here, we have our list. So that's what I have for this week's Jing. I'd like to thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.